You ever see those people who just walk into a room and, boom, they have everyone's attention? It's not about being loud or flashy. It's something deeper. It's about respect. And today, we're going to break down the 5 key principles to building that kind of unshakable presence. This is about changing how others see you, sure, but more importantly, it's about changing how you see yourself.
So before we dive in, I want you to ask yourself a serious question. And be honest. Are you trying to get people to like you, or are you trying to get them to respect you? Because believe it or not, those are 2 very different roads, and they lead to completely different places.
Just look at the difference here. Chasing likability, that usually turns you into a people pleaser. You end up bending and compromising just to get a little bit of approval. But respect, whew, that's a whole other ballgame. You can't ask for it, you can't beg for it. It's earned. It's a direct result of your actions, your character. It's about building real esteem. And that leads us straight into our very first principle. You have to consciously choose respect over likability. Why? Because constantly trying to get everyone to like you is a trap. And the first thing you sacrifice in that trap is your respect for yourself. Let me tell you about a guy named Zain. He's a good kid, just started college, and all he really wants is to find his people, to fit in. He spots the cool kids and thinks, yep, that's my ticket. That's who I need to be with. And you can probably guess what happens next. It's a slippery slope. First, he's just desperate for their approval. Then, he starts doing what they do, saying what they say, even when it feels wrong. Pretty soon, he's just a mirror, reflecting whatever they want to see. The real Zain, he's completely gone.
And that's the insane paradox of it all, isn't it? You're throwing away your own self-respect, hoping that someone else will give you theirs. It's a terrible deal. It's a transaction that will always leave you feeling empty, because you can't build real respect on a foundation of betraying yourself.
Okay, let's move on to principle number 2. Earning respect isn't about some huge heroic act. It's about the small, boring things you do, day in and day out. The power of consistency. That's the foundation that all trust is built on. Just think about it. Anybody can get hyped up and hit the gym for a couple of weeks in January. That's easy. It's easy to say, yeah, I'll be there, or I'll send you that email. But who do you actually trust? It's the person who's still in the gym in March. The person who always shows up when they say they will. Every time you break a small promise, you're teaching people that they just can't count on you. You have to realize that every single thing you do or don't do is sending a message. You're constantly teaching people whether you're a reliable person or not. And you know what the best part is? This is 100% in your hands. You get to decide if your words actually mean something. Now this brings us right to principle number 3. And for a lot of us, this is the big one. You have to set and defend your boundaries. It's simple. Nobody can respect you if you don't have clear lines about how you expect to be treated.
So what even are boundaries? Don't think of them as these giant walls you build to keep people out. Think of them more like a user manual for yourself that you give to the world. It clearly states, this is how to treat me, this is what's okay, and this is absolutely not okay.
And it's really a 2-step process. Part 1, you've got to create them. You need to actually sit down and figure out what your non-negotiables are. But part 2, that's the real test. You have to enforce them. That means saying no. And sometimes it means removing people from your life who just won't listen. And let's just be real for a second. That is the hard part. It's so easy to write down your rules. It is so much harder to actually look someone in the face and say, hey, that's not okay with me. But that moment of discomfort, that's exactly where respect is born. It can feel really scary, right? Like you might lose friends or cause a fight. But here's the wild truth. When you start cutting out the people who constantly stomp all over your boundaries, your life doesn't fall apart. It gets so much better. You're just cleaning house to make room for people who will actually treat you right.
All right, on to principle number 4. If you're looking for the simplest, most direct way to get respect, this is it, hands down. Get ridiculously good at one thing. Competence is magnetic.
So here's a challenge for you. For the next 18 months, I want you to pick one thing and go all in. Forget about being okay at a bunch of different things. Pick one skill, coding, baking, playing guitar, whatever it is, and just decide you're going to master it.
The whole idea is to become so good that your results do all the talking for you. You won't have to tell people you're good at it. Your work will be undeniable proof. When people know that you are the person to go to for that specific thing, respect just happens.
And there's this incredible chain reaction that happens. First, you start producing real, tangible results. From those results, you build this deep, authentic confidence. Not arrogance, but real self-assurance. And that combination of proven skill plus genuine confidence, that's a recipe that earns respect every single time.
Okay, this brings us to our fifth and final principle, and it might just be the most powerful one. At the end of the day, you're not what you say you'll do. You're not what you think about doing. Your identity is what you actually do.
And look, here's a hard truth. You can do everything we've talked about. You can be consistent, have ironclad boundaries, be a master of your craft, and some people still won't respect you. And you have to learn to be okay with that. Their opinion is about them, not you. It's just noise. It doesn't matter.
It really all comes down to this single thought. What you do is who you are. The rest is just noise. All the opinions, the chatter, what people think, it's just static. Your identity is built in the things you do, especially when no one is watching.
Because here's the secret. This whole thing isn't really about getting other people to admire you. It's about building a person that you can admire when you look in the mirror. The deepest, most unshakable respect you can ever get is the respect you earn from yourself.
So I'll leave you with this question. Forget yesterday. Forget last week. Starting right now, with the very next thing you do, what are your actions going to say about who you are? What story are they going to tell? That's entirely up to you.